at work every time will be saying, "How was your day?" If you say I had a bad day, then you just come in and give me a massage or a back rub or whatever the case may be, or massage my feet. Work that thing.
Okay, so ladies, support for us, because men can be equally as aggravating as you see a prime example of what just happened.
That's not aggravating. You push it for an answer, and it's different for different things.
But
there's no one size fit all for that answer.
I know, but we have a million things that, like, you use me for example all the time of stuff that we go through that you will say that's aggravating, that's whatever, and we know
you
that.
Asked me what support looks like. You didn't ask me what was aggravating.
Well, but
I got a mile long.
So you're saying that you can't remember what support looks like?
No, that's not what I said. I said it's different on different
days.
So
give an example of one thing that's supportive.
I just gave it to you just now.
A foot rub. That ain't never been no thing you wanted.
I didn't necessarily foot rub. I said if you perceive that I've had a bad day, right? Mm-hmm. And women always want to talk. So what happened? What'd you say when they said that? How'd that make you feel? That's aggravating. Instead of saying all that foolishness like you a dollar store Dr. Phil, which you not.
Hey T.
You can just take my clothes off and give me a shower, or you can massage my back after I got the shower.
Wait. Take your clothes off and give you a shower.
You can bubble bathe me
with a Z
and be quiet the whole time. That's a example of support. But I'm saying I don't want that all the time.
But listen, is that support?
You asked me what it looked like to me.
I'm getting ready to elaborate, honey.
Elaborate.
Okay, so is that support or is that just loving you? Because
that's support.
Okay, so you might have some kind of vision or dream that you are trying to do, and your wife may say, "We know we've talked about it. You might need this step, that step, this step." Okay. Well, where the line becomes of encouraging and aggravating, like, baby, did you get a chance to do your business plan? Hey, baby, did you do this? Did you do that? Blah blah. Then, where in that line, in that framework,
right? Where in that framework, if you keep asking them, and I don't know what there's always extenuating circumstances, but I'm saying, so in that vein, you can say, okay, we talked. I jotted a few things down. This should help you toward getting your business plan done, or whatever the case may be. Like, you can offer your assistance without just saying, well, did you do thus and so? You can put some sweat equity into it as well, if you get what I'm saying.
Jay Nicole, that's how she Dr. Phil all day.
Exactly.
But
bootleg Dr. Phil.
So, okay. So he said we can jot things down and offer our assistance. But my question is, there's some things that you may have to do in order to get it working.
Correct.
So for the woman who wants you to achieve your dreams, but no, you have to take steps yourself, how does that person effectively support you and encourage you without... how does she know? How does she support you and encourage you?
I just said that. Even though
I'm not talking about her doing it. You just said about her jotting stuff down. I'm not talking about that. What if it's some stuff you need to do as a man? What stuff how does she get you to do the other stuff? How does she get you to take the steps? Because sometimes you say you should remind me, but then when you remind you, if it's more than one time, then how do you go to the next step?
Again, it's about when, where, and how. Like, if I'm tired from a long day and I just laid down to go to sleep and you want to talk, you know what I'm saying? That's not wise. You got to use wisdom. That's why I say be prayed up so you can do things. Because just because you say...
don't try to rope that prayed up back in there. He's trying to rope prayed up back in there.
That's the truth. And that's why I was trying to get it. But every man is different. So you have to... That's part of knowing your spouse.
Well, baby,
being connected.
We know all that. Just like everybody.
No, they don't know all that.
Baby, we've said that on everyone, though. Like, they know that these answers...
That's just like saying, I know I need to eat right, exercise to lose weight. That don't mean I'm doing it. I know that, but I'm not doing it. There's two different things: to know something and to actually actively do something. It's two different things.
Correct.
I know I need to eat right. I know I need to exercise. I know I need to get, rest at night, but I'm not doing those things because I know it's right to do.
Okay.
So that's my point.
Okay.
There was a comment Carolyn said that men don't like to talk. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think there are several factors that contribute to that. One, he doesn't trust you, so he's not going to tell you his business because he doesn't want to be hurt. He's guarding his heart. Number two, he's told you stuff in the past and you didn't handle the information appropriately. You keep bringing it up in arguments or whatever the case may be. Or three, he feels like, I mean, there's other reasons too, but he feels like you don't necessarily care. You just asking because that's what's right to do. Just like you go to church because that's what you're supposed to do, but you're not necessarily going to get something out of it or to be fed in your spirit or whatever the case may be.
Okay. So we have JT says sometimes support is pushing, sometimes it's pulling. That's true.
Exactly. That's why I say it's different on different times. I mean, it's not a one size fits all model.
And baby, okay. So I'm gonna put this out there again. What we're talking about is I'm asking Cedric, but this is just to give some insight. You may hear something that your husband has said that Cedric has said. This is it could be general. It's not specifically to you because I don't want him to feel like he gotta give an answer for everybody. I'm asking him because you may can relate to something he says. Because when you give general stuff, people tend not to get it because that's not what it look like in their house.
That's the only thing that I'm trying to get for because I don't want to be like this is one size fits all. But we got that. So, but my prayed up answer was very appropriate because, like Justin says, one day I may need to be pulled, one day I may need to be pushed. You laugh all you want. It's the truth.
So you purposely gave that answer?
Yes. We talked about it earlier. What you mean I forgot?
No, I said you purposely gave that answer.
Gave what
answer? Prayed up.
Yes.
Okay, so you gave the answer. Okay, so Carolyn said, just be there for whatever he needs. Also, Jeff said, also understanding he will chase what he wants. But Jeff, I don't agree with that. Because it's a lot of people that got good dreams and they want it, but they either don't know how to get there. It takes a lot of work. Sometimes they can be down and depressed. They can be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can have something you want, but you don't know how to get there. Or you're tired because you got to work a job and try to achieve this dream. So there's a bunch of different factors. I believe he can, I mean, this go to anybody though. He or she can have something, but with the work that it takes, everybody's not willing to put the work in. Or don't know how.
No, that you could be trying and hit some dead ends and be discouraged.
A bunch of them, right?
And give up, and that's when that spouse comes and say, "Hey, look, I know it's tough, but you can do it. We can do it together. You know, what do you need me to do to help you to achieve it? Do you need me to do some research? Do you need me to whatever?" Because a lot of times, the women encourage you to do stuff, but they're not helping you in any way. Like there's no sweat equity on their part. But once you achieve that thing, they're gonna help you spend that money.
So you feel like the wife has to help you?
Not necessarily, but it would be nice.
But okay.
I mean, that's not. You don't have to do anything.
But I'm saying, but if it's your vision, your dream, does the spouse need to?
I would say yes because the woman is gonna almost demand that the man help with her dreams. All this thing about all the women that we know that do this and do that, their husbands are right there helping them 99.9% of the time, whether they want to or not.
So you saying we bullies?
Yes, both. Now my grandmama gave me that chain.
So man, do you feel like your wives are bullies? Like they force you to help them with their ventures and their ideas, but then you feel like your stuff is optional? Is that something that
there you go
other men feel? Markel says yes. Yeah, I'm about to put you off. You just got on here and you already jumping on sides. Yeah.
So you got the recap, Markel. You straight? You see what we're talking about?
He'll get it because we got this too much stuff to go on.
We're talking about wife debos.
So okay, go back a little bit. I see.
Molly says.
Seems when I talk, when I want to talk, always the wrong time. He never wants to talk. Now. Karen said she a bully. Well, I guess I am too. Shoot. I got an Avon book in my bag now. His wife said Avon.
See? I told you. Debo.
Help me take my dreams to term. Not always suggest that I abort them because of lack of faith. And I, okay. So all jokes aside, I'm gonna go to the side rooms and never get any peace
if you don't. That's true.
Okay, so ladies and men are saying that we kind of force slash bully slash debo them to help us with our dreams, push our dreams, be there with us. But when they have dreams, they kind of fall by the wayside if it just doesn't work out on their own. If they don't get it done, that's not good.
But listen to this though. Check this out.
I'm listening, baby.
That in and of itself can be something that's detrimental to your dreams because you can't do what you're supposed to do for your dreams because you're pushing hers. And she may say, babe, you need to do this, you need to do that. But I'm too busy trying to get your dreams off the ground to do what I'm trying to do. So just because you're saying do this and do that is not helping me to achieve what I'm trying to do because I'm helping you with yours. Actually putting in sweat equity.
You must like that word, sweat equity. Because you done said that about 3 times. You trying to say I need to go get sweaty?
Yeah, we know that's not going to happen.
Whatever. My husband is a dreamer and I'm a realist. Balance. And that's good, T, but he might feel like, hey, saying that you're not pushing his dreams too. So, I mean, dude, so we had like 3 men. No, because, so for the men to say that all of their wives, they all push their wives' dreams and help them do it. And if they don't, then there's not going to be any peace. Right. Because we can't raise sand and make the house very uncomfortable if it's not right. We skipped something back here a little bit.
Somebody said there was a bully right there.
Yeah, Carolyn. She said she was a bully.
Yes, you may believe them, but sometimes me and needed to be bullied. Oh, men.
Well, this is the thing. Where's the line with pushing them into their dreams and doing it for them? It's some men that's like somebody just said that they stopped doing, like they got discouraged or whatever, stopped doing it. Like you can say, baby, you got this, you can do, but it take work.
It does.
And
so if that's the case, then I would say just like you do a child, you give a child like task that they can accomplish to help them build confidence, and then you go from there to get bigger and bigger things. Like they start out by crawling, then they walk, they ride a bike, they drive, go up the ladder like that.
Okay. Okay, so y'all just don't tell them you treat them like a child, because then you're gonna get beat up on your day out.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying I'm a child, but I'm just saying that's how you do anything. That's how you gain confidence, by completing and mastering different little small tasks, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. You don't start out with the biggest thing in the world running it, because that's not how it works.
Okay, on Facebook, on the left-hand side, hit the share button so people can join our conversation. Please, I forgot we done jumped in head first. On the left-hand side, just hit share, please, and share it to your page so people can join. Look at Cynthia's Carolyn, my preach Cedric is not playing, baby.
No, right. Davisha say they don't need to. Then don't they need to come to an agreement? And I don't know what that little emoji is. Is that a punch, a fist?
Like a fist pound.
Oh, okay.
Their mama should have taught them that.
That what?
Well, I mean, but listen, okay. So you say somebody said their mama should have taught them that, but
what?
I guess about little steps so they can do it or whatever it can be. But
well, that's not always happening. Maybe mom's working.
Well, not that, but everybody's household and upbringing is different.
Right.
You might have a man that his mom was not present or active, and so they weren't raised with support.
Or you had a mama that told you your whole life, you just like your daddy. You ain't gonna be this, you ain't gonna be that.
Or a mother that was very negative. Right. Or a mother that... There's just so many parents that you could have had in your house. Right. So if he needs that extra push, then that's what you do. You give him the extra push.
But it's not even a parent. It could be like a lot of times, you spend more time with your teachers. You could have had a lot of teachers that were negative and told you wasn't going to amount to nothing or whatever right. the case may be.
Right.
Because you weren't the best kind of student with that teaching style or whatever.
Right, right.
So it could have been a lot of different adults in your life that, bashed you down where you couldn't, do what you need to do. William says she doesn't have to help, but just don't be an obstacle.
Okay. So we talked about encouragement, the line between encouragement and aggravation, but then we got obstacle. So that's another space because I can encourage, I can be aggravating without being an obstacle, but I can be being an obstacle is worse because he has to do it in spite of you.
Right.
Like he got to climb over you as another hurdle, another stumbling block, another. He had another. Oh, that's hard. When you can't do that and you shouldn't do that and what about this and what if you fail and whatever blah, blah, blah. Then you get this person that's in this like if he's having any questions of doubt or self-worth, then it's easy just to go into that shell. Now I definitely believe, and I messed with Cedric because the answer did seem random, but prayer is always the number one thing. When you pray for your husband, praying that God um, leads him where he wants him to go, for him to be his full potential. Open doors that has been closed. Lord, order his steps. Lord, let him be, hey, hon, let him be the man of God that you call him to be. When you pray for those things, and again, we talked about War Room last week, and I know y'all took it for granted, but when you start to pray and intercede for your husband, it won't just be about that dream, because it may be an obstacle that he's hitting with his dream, and just say he has to put $10,000 down for his dream, and you don't have that kind of money. Well, your prayers could be, Lord, order his steps. Lord, let him meet the right connection. Let him this, let him that. And where you might think the right connection is at this place, it could be at a coffee place he went to, a place he went to get a soda from, or his truck could have broke down somewhere and it could have been that person. You just never know where you're gonna meet the right person and where God's orchestrating your steps. But I definitely say don't be an obstacle. And T, you said you were a realist, and I understand you usually do have to have a balance in the marriage, but sometimes our idea of balance can be two extremes on one side or the other. He can want to spend all the money, you can want to spend none of the money. It's just kind of like it has to be a happy medium that I can push you and we can, go together, but you're gonna do your part, I'm gonna do my part, and we're gonna let God do the rest.
Well, the thing is, a couple of things. The first thing is, like you said, the way a lot of us was raised or taught. If it's something that's entrepreneurial that they're trying to do, a lot of us don't have entrepreneurial spirit. Everybody want a 9-to-5 job. You can be safe and secure, so you think, or whatever the case may be. So you could be an obstacle and not even know it, and think that that's the right thing. I'm just telling them how it is, and everybody has a different reality. And the other thing is, it's good to have a realist, but at the same time, if you're a realist, then your job is to say, okay, if this is his dream, what realistic steps is it going to take to get there? Say, okay, that's your dream. You're going to need A, B, C, D, E to get to F or G or whatever the case may be where your dream is. And that's right. Good because now, okay, it's not just a dream, it's a goal because I have the steps to get there.
Okay.
So it's good to have a realist in that sense. Not a realist like, you stupid, you're never going to make it, you're never going to do it. Who you think you are?
I don't know if that's a realist, honey.
Well, people do that, say that. They will say, I'm just a realist. You never be able to do that because we're not this, we're not that, we're not whatever the case may be.
Well, okay, so this is the thing. We have to, but it's hard for us women to walk the fine line between encouraging and aggravating. And I know you said that it's different for each man, but at the same time, there are some common grounds that, if you know that she has your best interest or she loves you, she's there for you. If you know that she's on the same team with you, it still can be that her saying it over and over again can become aggravating because you're not any.
Even if you know that, that doesn't mean that you have the same mindset.
But I don't have to have the same mindset. Like, okay, if I tell you, said you can do it, blah blah, could it not be that sometimes the frustration that men come back with the women about is that they're not doing anything. They just got dreams that they not, so the wife is saying, hey, have you done this? Have you did a business plan? Did you go ahead and open the account? Whatever the case may be. But
the thing about that is that that's not always the case. Just because I don't say I've done something, it means I haven't done anything.
No.
What
I'm saying
may have happened.
I'm saying, but if she asked him, like,
just say, I'm trying to explain to you. You can ask me if I've done something, and I can say no, but that doesn't mean that's the truth. Because what happened if I tried something and I failed, or I tried something and I met a stumbling block, and I don't want to admit to you that I tried 5 or 6 different things and I failed at all of them, or I made a mistake and whatever. You know, get what I'm saying?
But okay, but then.
So that doesn't mean that nothing happened. That just means that I don't want to share with you what my insecurities are, my failures.
But how do we bridge that? Because she's thinking she's encouraging, and then when she's met with opposition, like nothing has been done, she just feel like.
Right. But I'm saying
and she could come from a place of love, but if she doesn't know that, because when you really trust somebody, you allow yourself to be vulnerable. And so you'll say, "Babe, I tried."
If I feel like you're not 100% fully behind it anyway, and I've been failing, and I've been maybe wasting some extra money that I had that you want to do something else with, I'm not going to share that with you because I don't want to hear your mouth like, I told you it wasn't going to work, or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to, just because he says nothing has happened doesn't mean he didn't do anything. There's a lot.
It could have been failed something else.
Right. There's a lot of failures and no's that you get when you try to do something that you've never done before. You don't know how to do it. There's no manual. So you might go this way, hit a wall. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Okay, hit a wall. Wow. Okay, I'm going to go over there. Now hit a wall. Baby, you been doing things business? No, I haven't really been doing that. You embarrassed. You don't want to admit to your wife that you're supposed to be the one that's the protector, the provider, and you can't get your dream off the ground. What do you do like telling your wife, yeah, I tried 1,000 times and I've been failed every time, but I'm still, at some point you're like, okay, you try all the time, maybe it's not meant to be, just give up. So you don't want to hear that, right?
Well, that's really good. I never even thought about it that way.
You got to think about it from the man point of view because.
Well, that's why I was asking you to share that side because I can't speak to that.
That's why I'm telling you.
Well, I'm glad you told me.
Get knowledge.
Shut up, boy. Go back. Okay, so Anna said, why would a man push his wife too hard into achieving her goal? And then if it's for security, it's not a good enough reason. A man should always be in a state of preparedness.
Yeah, elaborate that.
And I don't understand that at all.
You went deep on us.
You went too deep for me. I don't have a shovel that deep, baby. Sometimes pushing him sometimes can lead to them thinking that they are being degraded. How do you? Well, yeah. I think I can speak to that because it's how you push him. Like pushing him doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't want to be treated like a child. He wants to feel like we're on a basketball team, and we all got to pass the ball in order to get a point. But when you treat him like a child, like go over there and go put this there, and if you call this person, go call him right now. Go this like what your idea of pushing could be like you're parenting him, and that's one of the things that they say they do not want they don't want another mama. Right. They want a wife, right. And that's something that we all, including me, struggle with at certain times when we don't feel like our husbands are doing enough, moving enough, fast enough, getting it done. We tend to start to figure out in our mind how we can get it done, but it comes across to them like you are treating them like a child. Right. Okay.
William says, even if all the world sees me as Morris the cat, if she sees me as Morris Chestnut, that is the motivation I need, even if it's realistically false.
But you know what?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I've seen people that you can't, they get confidence through the roof, and I'm thinking like, what you know that I don't know, but they wife or their significant other be like, he's so sexy, so you be like, all right then. Hey. But that's what
it takes.
But see, to me, sexiness doesn't come from your outward look. Right. Because it's times when you'll see somebody, like you see big girls and like really large girls that people like, oh, they're so sexy. You remember we had to do somebody like that? We was like, why in the world? But just, it was her, she had confidence all by herself. Now, she had inner stuff that she had to deal with, but her confidence was like, I'm the junk, I'm this, I'm that. And guys, small, that go-to guy, you thought like, I can't say go-to guy. Like these average guys was like, oh my god, or these guys that was nice was like, oh, she's sexy. I'm thinking like, what the hell are you? And see, there's a difference between sexy and nasty. Right. And they weren't saying she was nasty; they said she was sexy. Right. And I believe sexy comes from within, because you can put on something, some lingerie and be sexy. You put on lingerie and be nasty. There's a difference. There is. It's mindset. Mindset.
Your what you call it? I can't think of the word.
Your confidence. Okay, so go.
No, I think of it later.
Okay.
What about when your husband is great at things but tries to do 10 things instead of 1 or 2 primary, so nothing is a success? I don't know about that one.
I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, that's
because sometimes, like I've heard this saying, you can be master.
You could be jack of all trades, master of none.
But see, okay, people always say I'm a jack of all trades because whether it's I work in the salon, I run social media organizations, we do speaking, I sing, we did praise dance, photography. I did. Now you you did no praise dance, man. But I'm saying I did a lot of things, and like pretty much anytime you need something, I know how to do the stuff that whatever the situation is, I can do it. So, but then say master of none, I think that the definition of master is what the question is. Because I mean, what is it?
I mean, you can have yourself spread too thin.
Now I do believe when you spread too thin, I think you can't give your undivided to the area that's the greatest or your greatest potential.
But at the same time, I think you do still have to be well rounded to be successful, in my opinion.
And that's what I think, because when we're doing an event and we run up against hurdles, like if something don't fit, Cedric can build something and make it work or fix this. If we don't have the music, I can go download the music real quick. Like we know how to just make it work. Right. And majority of people don't know how to do that. And that's something that I appreciate, because between my husband and my kids, when we got an event, we gonna make it happen. Right. Like, okay, Chanel, go type up this program, or somebody go set this up over there. Like somebody is always there that can do something. And so you have to, I think, be well-rounded is a better word besides a master. But I don't know about your other statement, Andrew.
Right, yeah.
We missed something.
That take a little, we write it, JT. I think most men are naturally hard on themselves.
Yes.
I think words have to be more motivated than breaking him down further.
I agree.
Right, Wanda says, thank you. Arja says, attracted to me is stability, responsibility, consistency, loyalty. Anything else is nothing to me. Don't need diamonds or roses.
I don't need diamonds or roses either. I'm with you with that. But the thing about this is what you have something to say?
No. I thought you were done.
I was going to just say, but one of the things that I heard a man say on somebody I was watching, he said a woman would never understand the pressure that we have on our back to make sure that the lights are on and pay the bills, and that we are there for the family and there for our wife, and then just deal with day-to-day stuff. So sometimes they don't necessarily even have to be failing at something, but when you have so much stuff that's going on, find the door.
Oh my God, yeah.
So we have so much stuff that's going on. Oh, that she has something there. So anyway, so when a man has so much stuff going on day to day, he could be pulled over by the police. He could have got into it with his boss. Somebody's job can be degrading him, but he knows he had to keep that stability for the family. A lot of things that go on that we don't take into account. I don't want to be a man. I don't like I couldn't. That's a lot of weight. I know that I'm not designed to carry that kind of weight, even though I do sometimes, because I worry about him, his health, my children, the family. But now I think I told you last time, I got 25 scriptures that I read about God's strength and him carrying the burden, not me. His yoke is easy, his burden is light. That God will never leave you, nor forsake you, things like that. That I just been hush.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to say that earlier, but it slipped my mind when you were saying about when women feel like the man is not moving fast enough or not that's the problem. Men have a lot more weight on them. That's why they move a lot slower. They got a lot more things going on that they have to contend with. So
right.
that's the reason why a lot of men do move in slow motion, because there's a lot of weight on them.
But that's why our prayers have to be more precise. Like, Lord, you know what you desire my husband to be and who you want him to be. Lord, give him the strength, give him the mental, stability, the mental fortitude, give him, everything that he needs. Lord, guide his steps. Tell him where to go, what not to go. Lord, cover him. Let him not be sucked in by any temptation. All things that you're concerned, you put out in the prayers. Like, Lord, just.
Another thing that I would say too that is a very important prayer is ask the Lord to reveal to your husband or your spouse what their purpose is on this earth. And once you find that out, you can move a little faster, because I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, Z.
Right.
You're not unsure about it.
Again, on the left hand side, if you have not already, share it to your page so people can join. The naked bitches. All right, so
Weird Carolyn says, yes, Cedric, I had to learn that from my husband. When I ask him, has he done something, and he says no, that doesn't mean he still isn't working on it. That was good insight, said. Thank you.
Yes, P.S. something she said.
Yes, he was. Let's see. Oh, she said she a sexy big girl. Angie.
Hey, that's all that matters, baby. You know the thing about it is that I just see people that love their spouse, like no matter what size they are, and that's always puzzled me. But I know now what it is, because it's support that person feels from them. Like, if they feel like they have support and love and encouragement, all the stuff they need, then that person is the best thing in the world for them. The person is everything to them. So, how you act and how you treat them will come across in how they feel about you. So anyway, we're getting ready to pare this on down, trying to learn to stick to our hour time. But next week, I'm telling you, yes, their purpose. I really think that's when it's your purpose, I think that it is a lot easier to do.
It's a lot easier to run toward it, because you got one fixed point that you're running toward. You're not, well, is it this? Well, not, is it that? You're not hedging your bets, as people say.
Hedging your bets. I've never heard that one before, okay?
Yeah. You know what that means?
No.
That means that you're not sure it's one thing, so you have multiple things going on just in case this one.
Just to see what pop up first. So, of course, like we always do, we pray at the end. But I definitely want you guys to be on next week. It is what the men wish their wives understood. And just watching that show, their radio show, I really think you're going to enjoy what it is that they have to offer. They have definitely brought some good points out and stuff. So anyway, I would ask that you go to the page. I've already created the event, and share it and like it and add your friends and all that good stuff. Get the alerts on there so you can see what's going on. I appreciate it. For all you who are single, there is a challenge. It's Pray for Your Future Spouse challenge. I think it's a 7-day challenge, but it's just asking God to prepare your spouse now, because we wait too often till we get the spouse and be like,
you need to be prepared as well.
But baby, the challenge right now is about asking God. You trying to say y'all jacked up?
No.
But anyway, we're gonna pray.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Maybe.
It's your turn. Can you turn down eyes, brother? Who's that lady? All right, baby.
Look, you said pray for your spouse. Who's that lady?
Take me to the king. All right.
Bow your big head. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this platform. We ask that you always allow us to get out of the way so you can have your way. Use our mouths for your words. Help your message to reach the people that you intend for it to reach, Lord. Help the hearts be soft,
yes,
and pliable so they can receive it and do the things you would have them to do, Lord. I ask that you just reveal everyone's purpose to them and give them the strength and the courage to step out on it and to run toward it and seek it, Lord. Continue to strengthen marriages, families, strengthen our communities, help us to grow together in love, help us to know you because you are love.
Yes, Lord.
Continue to show us, Lord, how to love our wives, and wives how to love their husbands. Give us examples in your word. Take us to scriptures that will highlight and illuminate what you would have us to do, how you would have us to change. Help us to be open to change and not resistant, Lord.
Yes.
Just continue to grow this platform to reach all the people that you intend to reach, to be the change in the world and the USA today that we need, so we can be a stronger community and a stronger nation together. We just ask you continue to protect us, keep us out of hurt, harm, and danger, Lord, and continue to grow us closer to each other as we go closer to you. We ask these blessings in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you guys again for joining.
Deuces. Get your popcorn for next week. It's going to be lit.